Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, first we're going to go over this preferential matchmaking vehicle update 1.2 bullshit. And then second, we're going to do a look at the new kanonenjagdpanzer, whatever the hell it is, with the 105 versus the 90 millimeter, and then have some gameplay and review. Yes, look, I can actually make videos with desktop stuff. So now I can start going to, oh, it just opens up a world for me where I'm able to go to look at different stats of tanks and show you an armor inspector and just so much cool stuff. Look, see, I'm making a video for you right now. Actually, the video that I'm making is the one that's going to be up obviously before this one, kind of explaining to you where the hell I've been. So I don't want to spoil that for you in this one because you'll have seen that one already. So anyways, I got looking at these new preferential matchmaking tanks, and all I can say is what a fucking joke. So now they're going to give you a tier 8 tank that with the current penetration, you can't penetrate a tier 9 anyways. You can barely penetrate a tier 8 with the standard round anyways. So, I get looking at these, and every one of these tanks, I think the most that it went up in penetration was this one here, 19, and the KV5. Most of the rest went up between 4 and 10, mainly 5 and 6. So that, let's see, IS6, penetration went up 11. So it shows you right here, up 11. Not too bad, but still, you're looking at 186. Yeah, good luck penetrating a tier 10 with that. That shit ain't gonna happen. I mean, hell, I got tier 9s that have 230 and 240 penetration that can't go through half the tier 10s. Now you're gonna give me my tier 8 that you're gonna leave it with preferential matchmaking, at least, thank goodness. I think that was the plan. Share plans for preferential matchmaking. Later in July, we walk through. We aim to improve the vehicle themselves and current issues with the matchmaker. Very important topic, and we're pleased to share the latest information. So, if it stays the way I'm understanding it, you won't see any tier 10s yet. So, if it stays that way, yeah, the penetration upgrades, great. Because you were having trouble going through other tier 8s with your standard pens. 175, 167, pitiful standard penetrating rounds. Where these new tanks are coming out, and you got tier 8s that have 218 and 223 pen, and they can't go through other tier 8s, and then a preferential matchmaking tank is supposed to be able to go through that plus tier 9s. So as long as they keep the preferential matchmaking, and that's the way I'm understanding it, you won't see any tier 10s. So the buffs are great. But if down the road they deem it necessary to take away matchmaking, preferential matchmaking for these tanks, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Because if you look at most of these, penetration for a standard shell on the IS6 after its buff is going to be 186. That's still going to have really not much of an effect on trying to go through tier 9s. It's still through the front of a tier 9 tank, you're going to have trouble. It will give you maybe a 5% better chance of going through those tier 8s, and maybe a 20 to 30% chance better going through the front of a tier 8, depending on which one of these you're in. Because the KV5 now is going to be at 186, and they had to bump it up 19. Oh, that shows the premium shell too. Penetration for standard. Well, not all of them. Looks like are getting buffed on the premium and standard. I take it maybe, because this one shows both. Penetration standard 186, penetration APCR 225. Interesting. This one doesn't look like it's getting a penetration buff at all. Which the penetration on the 50T was pretty good for a 90 millimeter. 112 penetration for standard, 186. Doesn't say anything about premium shells. So it doesn't look like all guns are getting buffs for standard and premium. 111, yep, going up 186. The bobblehead, that one's going up. Where is it? Penetration to 204. Ooh, it's going up 6. I guess it's better than nothing. Penetration for your standard on the T-34-3, 186. Ooh, Type 59, what's that getting bumped to? Standard shell, 185. Ooh, you still can't go through Tier 9s. Super Pershing. I wonder if they're going to give it back that third plate that it used to have, and then they took away and had a big controversy, and people were like, you're nerfing my tank, then I want my frickin' money back. So they gave you the option to get your money back or keep the Super Pershing with a plate of armor missing in the front. Now it says improved frontal armoring, so I wonder if they're going to give it that third plate back or just buff it up a little bit somewhere. It was awesome when it had that third plate. What's this one for penetration? 202. Not bad, but still. And the YAG 88. Wow, aim time's going down to 1 point. Nice. Reload's getting buffed. 212 for your standard. So 212, that's pretty good. I mean, that's all right for Tier 9s. If you can get lower plates or weak spot shots. But I don't know if you remember a video I made not long ago, like a week or so ago in the IS-6, where I couldn't penetrate the front lower plate of an E-75. so they are getting some buffs. Situation. Problem. Vehicles with preferential status are likely to get matched into dual or single tier battles where they stand combined with combat parameters does more harm than good. In certain battles, they can't compete with Tier 9s and feel inferior against regular Tier 8 vehicles. I just said that without even reading it. Goal, to improve the experience for preferential vehicles while keeping the preferential matchmaking parameter. Okay, so they are keeping preferential matchmaking. Cool. All-around vehicle rebalance on a vehicle-by-vehicle basis to improve their statistics combined with matchmaker rule revision. The latter is aimed at reducing instances of getting matched at the same position, top, middle, bottom, on the list for several battles in a row by fixing the current template distribution. Vehicles with the same base model, such as a WZ-111 and a WZ-111 Alpha Tiger, will get the same improvements. That will be nice. So does that mean, is that only the tanks that get preferential matchmaking? Finally, you won't be in a Tier 8 and be in a, well, you never see Tier 10s, but be in a Tier 9 match where you're constantly, you know, at the bottom at Tier 8 where you're always seeing Tier 9s. There's always 3, 5, 7, you know, so you got 3 tier 9s, you know, 5 Tier 8s and 7 tiers, you know, 7s, where it never seems like it works that way for me. It seems like it's always 3 Tier 9s and the rest are Tier 8s. Or a shit ton of Tier 9s and 3 Tier 8s. First stage, what's been done? Steps we've already taken. We started with making characteristics and statistical changes to the 10 preferential matchmaking vehicles we currently have in game to make them more competitive in same and +1 tier battles without making them perform better than non-preferential vehicles, as they will see +2 tier battles. What? So are they going to be seeing Tier 10s? That's what I'm reading. Tell me if I'm wrong. We started with making characteristics and statistical changes to the 10 preferential matchmaking vehicles we currently have in the game to make them more competitive in same and +1 tier battles without making them perform better than non-preferential vehicles. Oh, because as the, I got it, okay. So what they're basically saying, as the vehicles that are non-preferential, like your IS-3, they will see up to Tier 10s. Okay. Just misread it myself there. Oh, right here, yeah. IS-6 has received buffs, but will not eclipse the IS-3, as the IS-6 only sees up to Tier 9, but the IS-3 must compete against Tier 10s. Cool. So basically, it looks like they're still working on it. And after release of 9.18, the new matchmaker was introduced with a 357 shitty format. I added the shitty in there. Yes, the system, yeah. I'm just reading this now. I haven't read it yet. Yes, the system is not efficient. Really? Why don't they go to +1, -1 matchmaking? Problem solved. Ba-bing! I win $1 million. You know how many people will come back to playing World of Tanks? For one, if they went to plus and negative matchmaking of just one. So if you're a 7, you see a 6 and an 8. If you're an 8, you see a 7 and a 9. 9, you see 8s and 10s. 10s, well, you see 9s and 10s. People would come back in droves if they did that, plus if they took and put artillery back the way it was. They lost so many players, and trust me, I would rather, to be honest with you, I would rather get one shot by a T-92 and be back in the garage than being stunned the whole frickin' game. Honest to God. I would rather them take artillery, put it back the way it was, where you have a longer aim time, you don't have such a big circle of damage, but you're not doing this this stunning shit every 4 seconds. Like, you know, I've been in matches where there'll be, and they need to knock it down to 1 artillery per side. But I've been in matches where they'll have 3 enemy artilleries, and they're all tier 10 bad chat 155 58s with, I believe, what do they get, 4 shells or 3? I'll just say Best Buy power play. Look at this. So I'll say 3, because I don't have the 155 58 anymore. I sold it. I haven't bought it back. I think they made a change to it where you only get 3 shells. So let's say you're in a Moss or a T95. You got 3 enemy 155 58s with 3 shells apiece. That's 9 shells, and guess who they're going to go for first? You and that big, fat, slow-moving T95 or Moss. So you can guarantee that your whole match is going to be stunned, stunned, and stunned again. And as soon as they get reloaded, guess what? You're going to be stunned again. So you're going to be driving around that map with a reticle this big, because you will not be able to play that match worth a shit. I would rather have a T-92 hit me, knock me out, and be done with the game than be stunned the whole game and then have 0 damage and look like a flippin' retard because I was stunned the whole match and couldn't hit shit. So, yeah, that's what I wish they would do. They lost so many players, and I'm not defending. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely hate artillery. But they lost so many players when they did what they did to artillery. It wasn't even funny. They lost a lot of players because artillery players don't like feeling like they're not having any big effect in the game. They're sitting back there stunning people all match, the whole match. You know, oh, good, I did 100 damage and knocked their tracks off. Woohoo! You know, they want to be able to hit a Moss and take off 1,700 of their health, or hit a T-95 and knock off, you know, a quarter of their health. Not hit a T-95 and bounce. Hell, I've hit T-95s in my T-92 and bounced. I'm like, what? So, yeah, they made those couple changes. I'm telling you guys, problem solved. A lot of people will come back to World of Tanks. But, yeah, so anyways, whoops. Let's close that. It's kind of different having this on here. You guys get to see what I do to get my game a rocking and a rolling. So anyways, oh cool, yeah, it's gonna keep me on here. Ooh, check it out, thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh, I disappeared. So I don't know if it's actually, well, my light's still blue on my camera, so I'm gonna think or assume that it's still recording. This is the first time I've done it this way, so I hope boots up pretty quick here. It does take mine a little bit longer because I've got so damn many tanks, and I'm still on the screen, so. Whoa, what in the hell? That is a real shitty ping. 126. I got something running in the background. I'll bet you $100. It's probably doing, excuse me, I just did this update on my system. So I imagine Windows 10 is probably sucking my bandwidth like a popsicle to get updates on here. And that's probably why my ping sucks, because when I got on earlier to finish the video that you probably already saw of Where Have I Been, that one I was getting a 55 ping. I probably won't do it this way ever again because obviously You guys are probably falling asleep right now watching this. So I do apologize. I just wanted to see if it would still record or if it was going to stop. Uh-oh. I hope my system didn't freeze. Alright, looks like, there we go. Thought I was going to freeze for a second there. My face was stuck. And nothing was moving. So, the Con JPZ 105. I'll tell you right now, if you've got the 90mm version of this, do yourself a favor, just trade in the 90 for the 105. Nose is running like a sieve. I kept the 90 version just due to the fact that I collect tanks. The only difference between the base model and the 90 obviously is going to be your gun, and the 90 has the mounts for the infrared sighting system where it's not mounted though, and the 105 has your 105, plus it's got the laser set up for, designating targets and whatnot. Otherwise, it's identical pretty much in every way, except for some of the stats are a little bit different. The 90 has 1,200 hit points versus 1,050. And then obviously you're going to have a lot of different stats for your gun. But we are going to look at the 105 since that's the one we're looking at right now. I took it out for one match, and the team was a bunch of Muppets. You know you're going to lose when you are further forward in a tank destroyer that has absolutely no armor, and you have an Oho and an Oni sitting in the back hiding like little bitches. You know you are going to lose when that happens, and that's exactly what happened. But let's go over the stats of this bad boy and do some replay and call it a night. So anyways, you get an awesome gun. Standard pen is 268, and I believe that might be one of the highest tier 8 standard penetrating rounds you can get. And it's APCR to boot. You can't go wrong. And you get 330 for your premium round, which is heat, which sucks, but it's good because you don't lose penetration over range. So it's got its goods and its bads. Doesn't like spaced armor, wood, walls, stuff like that. But I can shoot halfway across the map, and I'm still going to have 330 penetration. And 53 for your HG. 390 average damage. Stock average damage per minute is 1950. Dispersion is 0.32, and aim time is 1.8 seconds. So your stock stats are actually pretty damn good. Rate of fire on mine is 5.93. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, 5.93 rounds a minute. I'm like, boo. My reload is 10.13 seconds. Gun elevation and if I can talk, depression is -8, and elevation is +15. Your gun traverse is 15 and 15, which is pretty good. So you're probably gonna still find yourself doing if you see a light tank going, making little changes, micro changes of your hull here and there. But for the most part, you should be able to just move your gun left and right with 15 gun traverse limits. That's pretty good. Aim time is phenomenal, 1.69 seconds. Dispersion, phenomenal, 0.3. Average damage per minute, and this is 2311. You only get 1,050 hit points, which sucks, and you have shit armor. No armor. Paper, cardboard. Cardboard might be thicker. 30 in the front, 30 in the side, 8 in the rear. So everything will pen you. Tier 1s and 2s will pen you. Weight is 26.4 tons. Don't ram into stuff because you will pay for it dearly. And with 1,050 hit points, you need to save those as much as you can. This is I would say, further back than a rear tank. You're in a different zip code rear tank. Basically, you are going to support. You want to be behind the frickin' artillery. That's how bad the armor is on this. Literally, you want to support anything and everything, but be in a bush, hidden somewhere where you're not going to get spotted, because as soon as you get spotted, you will be dead in 2 shots, maybe 3. 500 horsepower engine in this light little rascal gives you an 18.94, basically a 19 specific power to weight. Phenomenal. 70 kilometers an hour forward, 20 in reverse, so you can move around fast. And that's what you want to do with this. Take some shots in the bush if you get lit. Relocate somewhere else. Don't sit in that bush. because I can almost guarantee an artillery is going to drop around in that bush you were just setting in, that you were just spotted in, and you will be dead. So if you get spotted in that bush, relocate somewhere else. You got the speed to do it. Traverse speed is 49.7, and, well, basically, I was going to say your gun traverse is 23.47. Haul traverse 49.07. So people will have a hard time circle strafing you, which is nice. So, you know, you want to stay near a building or a wall or, you know, something that you can back up to if it's down to you and a bunch of, you know, enemy light or medium tanks. You know, if you've got a bunch of people on your team, yeah, you can keep up with somebody trying to circle strafe you. Not too bad. Concealment is awesome at 29.42. That's setting still, and believe it or not, 19.23 moving. So, yeah, wow. The camo on this is phenomenal, and that's without a camo net. Without a camo net, I'm probably looking at 40-something, or I would say high 30s. Matter of fact, I think this one I've got the camo net on. Nope, I don't. Oh, you can see the camo rating on that is 32.4 without a camo net. But I've got camo, brothers in arms, so I'm going to take the crew out of this and put it in the 105, I think. Oh, yeah, definitely. View range is 461, but I also did go with nods, binocular telescopes, because stock was like 360. It was not very good. And signal range is 766. So, if you guys want to hold on for a minute, I will have some gameplay for you, and I will be right back. Alrighty, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and the new kanonenjagdpanzer, whatever the hell this thing's called. something or other, 105. I've got the 90mm version of this, and of course I get all the tanks, and I wanted the 105 version, which I really do like this 105. It is nice when you're whittling off 400 and, you know, give or take hit points off somebody versus 240. So definitely very nice upgrade on the gun. Your armor is no different than it was before. It has none, but you do have less hit points in this one than you do the version with the 90mm. That gets 1200 hit points. This gets 1050. So I thought that was a little bit strange. Give me 1 second. I have to adjust the sound settings because I have not made a video. Oh yeah, everything's cranked right up. Go figure. So let's turn this down a little bit. I don't know why that's on headphones. That's a little goofy. So let's... That's not bad. That I can't tell. Guess we'll hit apply. Want it so you can hear the tank moving, but you want to be able to hear me. Why is that? Wow, really strange. I hope my system didn't just like lock up or something. I haven't had any problems with locking up. I think I said that like twice about worried about. I always worry about systems when you first build them, you know, build them having issues locking up. Alright. So, a little bit quieter. I don't like this being up here like this at all whatsoever. So I'm going to have to move that probably. Boy, I don't know where to put it. I'll have to figure that out. If I put it on down here, it's going to be over this. It's like you can put it in a corner. So no matter where I put it, I'm kind of covering my grape. Yeah, after seeing our OI go here, I was the only anything that went this way besides artillery, and the SU-100Y that's set back behind me back there somewhere and really did nothing. I was the only one that pushed up here at all. I was trying to show you guys the gun arc on that house. It's got 15 degrees. That I had it further over when I was moving at first. So um, there we go. Yeah, so seeing what our tanks are doing, I knew we were going to lose right off the bat. All our heavies went into the city. Well, let me rephrase that. All our heavies went back here and sat there like fucking idiots. We had one OI come over here and he sat back here like a fucking idiot. We had no one other than like these few guys right here go forward and get any lights. So I was hoping I could get up in this area and somebody said, how's the Kanji PZ-105? Somebody else answered for me, thank goodness. I didn't even know he asked a question. So I figured I'd get up in these bushes, use my camo rating, and hopefully get lights and shots at anything I could. Unfortunately, you can only do so much when you're in an area by yourself. Oh yeah, that covers. I wish I could move that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and figure out where to put it because it's either gonna be here, where it is, over here in this corner, down here, or over here. I think over here is gonna be my best bet. I'll just put it in this because it'll cover up my tank, but you'll still be able to see, you know, all this information and this stuff over here. So anyways, I'm just trying to basically be in this area to proxy spot anything that's coming up the one line and get shots at anything I can that's in the city there. Unfortunately, with all those damn buildings, it's kind of hard to get a shot in there. I got a couple nice shots into that E2. Basically whooped his shit. He's like, what was that, tier 7, right? Or tier 6. So basically 2 shots and I got him down to 102 hit points. And we just have our OI sitting back here picking his butt, and our heavies actually moved into the city, but none of them came this way. None of our mediums came this way. Basically nothing came this way. And, you know, I played a few matches on this map and played a few matches of World of Tanks, and when your team does this where they all go one way like a bunch of flaming fucking idiots, you lose. Because all it takes is one medium or light to come up this one line, light me, I get knocked out, and then they go for whatever's back here. So I'm getting some proxy spots on the Panther M10 there, but I can't get a shot off on them. Basically, I'm just trying to keep him lit without myself getting spotted by him or proxy spotted by him, so I get tore up. I've done all of 658 damage in 2 shots, and you'll have to forgive me. I was playing this match with my new mouse. Mistake. I'm really used to playing it with my other mouse, and you get used to one way, and then all of a sudden you switch. It takes a little bit of practice getting used to a different way. So yeah. Anyways, I was having a little trouble controlling things with the mouse. It's got a different setup where the mouse buttons are, for the most part. Not just your left and right click, obviously. The graphics with this new graphics card are so flippin' awesome. Huge difference. I was actually very surprised it hit him, but now I've got an E25 back there somewhere that's just going to pick the snot out of me. So I'm just trying to back up, because I knew those 3 artillery were going to start shooting at me. There's 2 of them. Where's number 3? Because you got 1, 2, 3. Love it when they have 3 artillery in one match. It's such a fucking joy. I'm telling you, if they want to fix the game, one of the first things they need to do is take out 3 artilleries, knock it down to 1 artillery per side, because this 3 arty shit is for the birds. Oh my god, look at... I'm sorry, I gotta just stop and look for a minute. The difference in the graphics between when I was running my laptop, which was a good laptop, but like I said, I couldn't turn all the eye candy on like I can this. Oh my god, I mean, look at this. You actually can see grass sticking up, flowers. Look at the trees. I mean, individual leaves. This 1080 is just so flippin' awesome. just everything. I mean, even down to like you know, you look at the scratches and stuff on the tank tread, the mud underneath the tracks and stuff. I mean, just everything is so much clearer and better. I mean, even like this cement pillar, you know, I mean, with the vent right there. This is stuff that I couldn't see with my 980M mobile on my laptop. It just didn't have the horsepower like this thing does to get this kind of graphics and be up around 150 frames per second. This is just so flippin' awesome. Huge difference in quality. So I hope my hard-earned money that I spent on this, you guys, it makes your video enjoyment a little bit better, so you can get a better idea, you know, how the game plays with everything maxed out. Except for that motion blur, I did shut that off because for some reason that gives me a damn headache. Because it's just blurry. It reminds me of streaky blurs, and after a little bit of watching stuff, when you're moving like this, you get enough of that anyways, and then you put that motion blur in there, it gives me a damn headache. So I shut the motion blur off, but everything else is maxed out as far as I can get it maxed out on the eye candy, and it looks just phenomenal. I mean, the house, just everything, even the sky. But anyways, let's get back to it here. So yeah, we've got one light tank. The OI finally moved up here, and he pretty much just gets wrecked. You know, he just plays like a flippin' idiot. I go down here after the M10, hoping that, you know, we can get rid of him and then get rid of the eyes that they had in this area. So as I come down here, I thought he was gonna be right there. I'm like, oh shit, where'd he go? Then there sits an E25. So we hit him for 385, took a nice chunk off him. I think that was the last amount of damage I do. The arty shells start pounding in on me. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. And then look at our lovely OI. What's he doing? Backing back off. So, yeah, I got absolutely no help up here. This Amex 1375. Oh, look at that, another arty shell. Go figure. So you know there's an arty setting right up in here somewhere. And those artilleries are just picking me apart. I mean, 217, 195, 87. It's just this thing has no armor to help, you know, for you to be able to take an arty hit. And then the team I have, that real stud back there. Oh, look at that, another arty hit. Fucking hate. I am so sick of getting, and then this guy rams into me. What a fucking genius. There goes 9 more of my hit points, thanks to Bozo the Clown there. I did an auto lock, and I couldn't get an aim to shoot at him because the dumb fuck in the 1375. My own team blocked me from getting any shots there. But this is what happens when your team are a bunch of flaming fucking idiots. You get 3 people trying to cover one side, and then you get one of them that's an auto loader that rams into you, knocks off 9 of your hit points, and then blocks you from being able to shoot at anything. It's like, gee, thanks, Billy. But I can actually watch my tank burn. Just the graphics. I mean, everything. Look at the sun, the flames on the tank as he burns after he rammed into me. Just freaking awesome. The smoke. Oh my God, just everything looks so good. And that sun is just, holy crap. I mean, if you can get your hands on a 1080, I'm telling you, do it. It's so worth it. Worth all $500 for one video card. Anyways, we end up losing this match miserably because the team sucked ass. The Oni is over here. He's like almost full health, and he gets ass raped because he was just a worthless player. Yeah, report OI, please. Really? No kidding. Yeah, I said, OI, you are a worthless fuck. I'm sorry, he was. Normally, I don't type messages in the game to people like that, but he was a worthless turd. You're super heavy setting back behind artillery and tank destroyers. That's a real good player there. But anyways, yeah, so I don't really have a lot of post-game stats for you. Matter of fact, let's do this. I hope this doesn't screw things up. What I'm going to attempt to do is go to the desktop and show you the post-game stats because I've got clips of them. I don't know what's going to happen here. It may close out, and this might be the end of the video. If it is, thank you for watching the video, and take it easy, be safe, and look forward to you know, a little more in-depth videos with things that I couldn't show you before because I couldn't record on my desktop that I now can. And going to different websites to show different things, Armor Inspector, so on and so forth, and XVM, and blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I got some websites I'm excited to actually show you guys that before I was able to tell you about, but I couldn't show you. Now I can show you. But I don't know what's going to happen when I tab out of this. It might shut down my recording, so if it does, you know, again, thank you guys. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield. If not, we'll continue here. Oh, well, you were in game. Focus via settings, Google Chrome. Oh, I don't know what to hit. Oh, I hit, guys. View or change focus assist? I guess view? I have no idea what I just did there. Must have been for something else. Whatever. Alright, so, yeah, you can see I don't have a lot of matches. I've been doing some testing on my video card. So the post-game stats that I did get were... Oh, this is so cool. Now if I lose my post-game stats like I did for that game, I can show them to you. Woo! So, I can't show you the amount of damage I did to each individual thing, but I can show you I hit the E25, spotted the Panther M10, the E25, and the VK30.01P. I hit him once, hit the E2 twice, knocked out something on him there. The E25, we hit him once for a total of 4 shots of damage. Yeah, we did 1,441 damage. And then we go to the next one, which is number 12. So that crappy game, we did second most damage with a base experience of 229. And let's see, our OI did all of, looks like 1 shot of damage, maybe 2. Not that I did a whole lot better, but at least I broke 1,000 fucking damage. And then here's our other pro. Oh, no, here's the OI. 409. That's probably one. Oh, look at that. That's right. I forgot. I looked up what he did. He did almost as much damage to friendly tanks that he did enemy tanks. Friendly tanks did like 250 damage to friendlies and 409 to enemies. It's like, you worthless frickin' turd. So that's that. And then number trace. Yeah, so I shot, I can't remember if I shot a premium round or not. I might have shot all standard. I might have shot 1 premium. I can't honestly remember. But we had 6 shots, 4 hit, 4 pen, 1,441 damage from a distance more than 300 meters, 658. We got hit 4 times and all 4 pen. Go figure. We got hit at least 4 times from artillery. Spotted 3, damaged 3. And after all was said and done, we still made 11,481 credits. Not too shabby. Oh, and I got compensation for being damaged by the little dinkus in the Bat Chat 1375 or whatever it was that rammed into me. So we got some 81 credits extra from that clown. And then, yeah, blocks my damn shots. Here, he's right in front of me, and I can't get a shot at anything because the idiot's sitting right in front of me. And as I spin, what's he do? Follows right in front of my goddamn gun, so I can't shoot anything. Gee, thanks, Billy. But so we still made 11,481 credits. Not too shabby for the low amount of damage that was done. And, you know, 6 shots and hitting 4. So, you know, we had 2 shells that did nothing. So, not too bad. Looks like it'll be a decent credit maker. What do we get here? Bonus for a premium vehicle, 34. That's for experience. Where's the bonus for credits? I thought it showed. I must not be looking at it right. I thought it showed over here somewhere, like bonus for being in a premium vehicle or something. But anyways, so, yep, that was the post-game stats. So, anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. We're going to do some new stuff now that I can record out of just World of Tanks. This is freaking awesome. So you guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.